Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jimbo. Today we have my buddy Greg's truck in the shop. It's a 2013 white Toyota Tacoma, and what happened was he sprayed an iron remover. In fact, it's the Eagle One Black and Plasti Dip iron remover over the whole car, and then got some pretty gnarly staining. So in this video, what I'm going to show you is if you run into that issue with either an iron remover or an APC, what is the quickest and most efficient way to fix it before you freak out. So in this video, that's what we're gonna show. How to fix staining on paint that looks really, really terrible. And if you're a consumer at home, you could be thinking worst case scenario, you gotta get a repaint. And I'm gonna show you how to save time and how you don't need to get your car repainted, how you can fix it relatively easily. So let's show you the damage and then how to fix it. Okay, so you always, the kind of rule of thumb in detailing is you always wanna go least aggressive to most aggressive with your method. So the first thing that we tried was an APC to kind of see if we could just spray and wipe and even everything out. That did nothing. So after we reached that point, I realized that we would need some sort of abrasion and probably a machine. Now you could probably do it by hand and it'd be okay. And to be honest, I didn't try it by hand because I have machines at my disposal, so it's a lot less labor intensive, but you probably could do it by hand. And so what I wanted to start out with, and I wanted to use a consumer grade product. And so the Meguiar's polish is something you could pick up at AutoZone and wherever. It's readily available at Walmart. And so you could pick up the ultimate polish by hand, and with a microfiber applicator pad in, probably do just fine. I'm gonna use the Griots G9, again, with the maroon buff and shine. Now, if you're gonna do it by machine, I prefer, when I'm using a product that is light in cut, I like to pair it up with a pad that's heavier in cut. So the ultimate polish, it says pre-waxing glaze, but it's gonna have just a slight amount of abrasive in it. Nothing crazy, but I'm gonna pair it up with a little bit more of an aggressive pad on a dual action machine. So I'm gonna be at speed 2 to work it in. So now that it's worked in, I'm gonna step it up to between 3 and 5 usually. Not really adding any pressure. Again, I got the whole car to do, so I don't wanna, this is why I'm not doing it by hand either. I don't wanna be totally exhausted when I'm done. And you can already see, so it's not gonna be able to show on camera, but what I could see under the lights is it's already taking care of it. You don't need to go super slow, you know, you don't need to go this slow. You can, it's gonna take you the whole car to do it. These spots, even though it looks really bad, are mainly just on the surface. So really, you're not trying to remove clear coat, you're not trying to correct the paint, you're not trying to do anything crazy other than just remove the staining on the paint. So again, that looks good right about there. Could take your super duper plush Korean microfiber towel, wipe away the residue, and then inspect your work. So it does look like the staining is still there a little bit more. So maybe it's better, but it's not as good. So what I'm gonna do is go back over it again. And maybe this time I'll do a couple more passes, or you can go a little bit slower. And every area of the car may be a little bit different. So the fender may come out easier than the hood. So we'll go a little bit slower. Okay, now you're probably thinking, well, why not go with a compound? Well, if you don't have to use a compound, it's ideal to not, because again, I'm not trying to remove clear coat. I'm not trying to do correction other than removing the stain. And it looks like, at least in this area right here, that's gonna be good enough. So what I'm gonna do is actually add a little bit more pressure when I use it and go from there. But again, this is gonna be the easiest way to remove it. So I'll work on the rest of the car and then I'll come back and show you an after. All right, so what did you think about that? Have you dealt with any kind of staining like this before? Are you a consumer that's dealt with staining? A couple different times, even throughout the car, we switched up the product and the pad because there were some stubborn areas that we actually had to step up to the Ultimate compound with a stiffer pad or a different pad. It's actually the blue pad from Buff and Shine. So again, car by car varies, and then even within the car, certain sections will vary. So you want to have multiple tools in your arsenal, and that's why I have all these products and crap that you never know what you're going to come across. So I hope this video was helpful for someone that has come across staining or something like that. And overall, the car turned out phenomenal, better than when it came in, right, Greg? That's for sure. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever had a staining issue, if you've ever had a problem with an iron remover doing this, and what you did to remedy it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. On your way down, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button so you get first alerted of future videos just like this one, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.